Hi there. So today I'll be reviewing the Mitchell MUB70S Baritone Ukulele. Now this ukulele is apparently an exclusive to Guitar Center, meaning that you can only buy it new at Guitar Center. I have seen it in the past on both Reverb and actually the Shop Goodwill website used, but to buy it brand new, apparently the sole distributor is Guitar Center. So, the issues Guitar Center may have aside, this is a fairly decent ukulele for the price. So this retails at $200 US, and you get quite a bit for that. First off, you have a solid Sitka spruce top and Indian rosewood back and sides. You have tuners made by Grover, and these tuners do work very nicely. They tune with alacrity, and I haven't had any issue with them at all. Slotted Mitchell headstock that is standard. Now there's a couple of nice appointments on this that you would traditionally find on, say, a classical guitar, like a classical nylon string guitar. That being the abalone purfling and abalone rosette, and this is genuine abalone. This is made in Indonesia, so abalone does come from Asia. I wouldn't be surprised if it was sourced locally. It also has nice white binding on the sides, and these mother of pearl dot inlays, including the 2 dot inlays at the octave at the 12th fret. The neck is solid mahogany. So the woods you're dealing with here are mahogany, Indian rosewood, and spruce. So these are tone woods traditionally you would find on a classical nylon guitar, like I mentioned. You don't usually see this kind of a mixture. So that's why this is a great ukulele to come over to from classical guitar if you're used to the nylon string feel and you might be used to this kind of a tone. There's also another reason this is great for guitarists who want to transition to ukulele, and that's the tuning. It's the standard top 4 strings of a regular guitar with the D, G, B, and E. On the flip side, if you're wanting to learn ukulele first and then want to go over to guitar, this would also be a great option because you'll learn the chord positions. So once you become familiar with the chord positions on this, it may be easier to go up to the full-on 6 strings if you want 4 strings to begin with. Now, I did email the Mitchell company, and they said that this is strung up with Aquila nylon strings. They didn't specify which one. I did look on the Strings by Mail site to see, and there are several baritone ukulele sets made by Aquila. If I had to guess, I would not say it's the Nile Gut because they're clear, so I would say it's something like Bio Nylon, but definitely not Nile Gut, which are white, squeaky, etc. These are more like traditional nylon strings. So for string options, that's another point, is that you can put on regular baritone ukulele strings, or you can choose to use the top 4 strings of a nylon set, which I've seen other people mention. So at some point I would like to try to put on a set of gut strings on this and do some Bach ukulele duets so I can have gut strings on this and on my soprano ukulele. And I'll let you know how it goes. But in the meantime, I have not yet tried that myself. So there's a couple of different ways to hold this. Traditionally, you could hold it just like a regular ukulele and play with your hands. I've seen people say it's totally acceptable to play on your right knee, and it's also acceptable to use a pick. I'll play that same little sequence. Bit of country roads there. So yeah, you can play that way. You can also, I've found, surprisingly enough, that this works very, very great for Renaissance repertoire, specifically also Gaspar Sands, who wrote for a 5-course guitar. So if you substitute the low A for the A on the 2nd fret of the G, his repertoire works just fine. So to play classically, you would obviously move my stool here, put it on your left knee like a classical guitar, and it works beautifully, and the tone woods make it sound just like a classical guitar performance. So as you can see, this works very nicely for classical repertoire too, and I hope you enjoyed seeing that clip I dropped in there. So final thoughts. Is this worth $200? I would say specifically for the tone woods, for the nice details you get, then it's a good value. If you can get it used for less than that, then it's also a very good value for what you're getting. I have yet to do very many things with this. I've only done 3 or 4 pieces, but I do aim on doing more Renaissance repertoire. I would like to try a few kind of easygoing Hawaiian pieces, but the Mitchell, and I believe that this MUB70S would stand for Mitchell Ukulele Baritone 70, and then the S is spruce, and the N is probably for the Indian rosewood, or it might stand for natural, perhaps natural color, spruce natural, something like that. But yeah, check it out. I'll link the Guitar Center site down below so you can check this out and buy it yourself potentially, and comment any questions down below. If this video is helpful, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you wish. Thanks. Have a nice day.